Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the one and only Kharlie Brown. And it's time. You know what? First, let me fix this. Let me figure this out. I had a person that would take care of all my stuff, but that person doesn't exist in reality anymore. You know, like they got fired. They don't have their job. So now I gotta do all this stuff on my own. Everything with myself. I gotta wash myself up in the morning and all that stuff. Wish I was a billionaire like Jeff Bezos, but I'm not. So I gotta do everything myself. Anyway, hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the one and only Kharlie Brown, and it is time to go around the town. Now, before I jump into this, first things first, I just want to let you guys know that you guys can just pretty please with sugar on top. Like, subscribe, share anywhere you see the words around the town or you see the words Kharlie Brown. If you see it, please like, share, subscribe, be a part of the family. Come on, there's room back there in the back. There's room in the back, hop in the back. You know, I got my co-pilots that normally sit here. Then back in the back, you know, we got everybody else, all the fans. And forget that, you're not fans, you're family. You're a part of the group. All right? Come on, join. It's only 50 of y'all so far. Let's get some more people going. Come on, let's get this going. Let's go. Also, if you guys go on Twitter, you can look for Around the Town, and Around the Town, the number 2. If you go on Facebook, you can look for Around the Town. You also can look for That Was Unexpected, which is a short work of poems that was written by me, Karsten Colbert, aka Kharlie Brown, aka yours truly. You guys can check it out. It's good. It's good. Some people have told me that it was good, but of course, I thought it was. It's good. It's good. Check it out. You can check us out on Snapchat, Twitter. I think I said Twitter already. I think we on Twitch too. I'm not good at playing video games, but I'm on there. I'm there. You know, I try. Video games are entertaining to me. I try. Anyway, I'm coming to talk to you guys today, not as Kharlie Brown, but I'm about to talk to you guys today as Karsten Colbert. And the reason why, because at my job, now you guys might know me as Kharlie Brown, professional wrestler or wrestling manager. You might, the manager of the stars. Okay, everybody that I manage, magnifique. You might also know me as Kharlie Brown, an author, a poet. Short work of poetry, which is, the one and only book, That Was Unexpected, written by Karsten Colbert, aka Kharlie Brown. If you check it out, please check it out if you want to. But no, I'm begging you. And I'm not begging, but I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying. You might know me as a father. Over on the channel, Soren and his dad. My little son. He running circles around me. Half the time I'm tired. I'm tired. The boy, he tires me out. Okay. You might know me as a person that loves anime. I'm into my anime. My Hero Academia is my number 1 right now, and I still haven't had a chance to really finish all of Naruto, but I'm gonna finish it. I promise I'm gonna finish it. Naruto sucks though. His son, he sucked. You might know me as a person that's obsessed with comic books. Like right now, I'm watching Loki, and if you guys watch Marvel, you know that Loki is amazing. Also, on top of that, you got Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Some people didn't really like that much, but it was good. Then you got WandaVision. Some people, were kind of split on that, but whatever. Because to me, it was good. I'm not really that big of a DC fan because DC kind of lets me down. However, today, I'm not here to talk to you about none of that stuff. No. Not wrestling, not anime, not comic books. No. I'm not here to tell you that I sit in the middle of party lines when it comes to politics. No. I'm not here to tell you that I was on a wagon and I fell off the wagon because I drank a Mountain Dew the other day. No. I'm not here to talk to you about none of that. What I am here to talk to you about is my job. I currently work in Flat Rock for Ford. And my job is to help out with the dashboard. The dashboard in your car, that beautiful thing that you see when you sit down in your car in front of you with all the panels and everything. You can switch the buttons on for your AC, and you can have the steering wheel. You go vroom vroom when you're in the car. Yeah, all that stuff. Yeah. I dabble with that at my job. Okay, so when I first got there, the job that I had to do was on a line that they referred to as the tip line. After that, Clay Woods came. I like to call him my work dad. He came, grabbed me up and said, "No, son, I'm going to take you back here." And he placed me back there on what we call the IP line, which is the dashboards, the instrument panels, that thing. You know, all your tools and your magic gadgets and doohickeys in your car. I was immediately placed on a job where we take the IPs and we place them on the carriers, and then we send them on their way so people can then put all the magic parts and the doohickeys, all the Harry Potters on what needs to go on there. And I immediately stayed at that job. The entire time I was there, I was on that job. It went from being a 2-man job to a 1-man job. When it turned to a 1-man job, they gave me this tool to use, this giant arm that I like to call Lucille. Now, Lucille and I had a very special relationship. Now, me and Lucille would take the parts and place them on there, and we got to know each other, mainly because no one trained me on that job. I had to train myself, but me and Lucille had an understanding. Lucille said, "Hey, you look out for me, and I'm going to look out for you." And I was like, "Lucille, don't make promises you can't keep." So Lucille was like, "Hey, look, I only work for you." And there was other people that couldn't even handle Lucille. Lucille was like, "You ain't ready for me." And I was like, "Lucille, look, you ain't got to be so rough with everybody." She's like, "No, I won't work for nobody but you." I'm like, "Hey, Lucille, call me." So Lucille and I had a relationship. Okay, it was good. All of a sudden, they come back there and they're like, "Yeah, we gotta turn this into a 2-man job now." And I said, hold on. Me and Lucille gotta understand. Don't you touch Lucille like that. Don't you touch Lucille like that, man. And so I calmed down. You know, I'm cool now. But they took Lucille away, so Lucille's no longer back there. You know, I miss Lucille a lot. You know, we had our moments, and we had a lot of great times. There was this one time somebody tried to use her, and they couldn't use her correctly, and she hurt him. Good old Lucille. R.I.P. Anyway, so there's a job that's right next to me. And they ended up turning my job from a 2-man job to what's called a 3-way rotation. Now, if you never worked in the plant life, you probably don't know what I'm talking about. But a 3-way rotation works like this. You have different segments of the day. Okay? So each time there's a new segment, you go from one job to the other. And that person that was at that said job swaps with you and then goes to the other job. Now, there's a lot of jobs on the line, quite frankly, to me, should just be swapped out. However, when I had my job, me and Lucille, no one swapped out with me. No one came down there to swap out with me. And I'm not bitter about that. Because again, me and my girl Lucille had a thing. I'm just saying. So, now they want us to rotate around. So now I got a person that's working beside me. I got a partner, co-partner, co-pilot, whatever you want to say. It's a little relationship going on now. I got a person next to me that's picking up one side and I'm picking up the other side. So we doing our thing, okay? So there's a job next to mine called the wire harness job, or as I like to call it, the fucking devil. Anyway, there's a job next to me called wire harness. I'm sorry, wire harness. And on the wire harness job, you have to take the wire, which is behind your dashboard, and then you take that and you maneuver it around. And then you put it on there, and then you send it through the line. They maneuver it around and do what they need to do. Okay, so it's the main little wire part, the big wire part that goes into your car that makes all your magic tricks and everything come together. I shouldn't have gave that away though, because now you guys know how the magic works. Anyway, so Also, they keep the wires in this big, like, oven thing. It's like this oven thing they keep them in. Okay? And you have to reach into this hot oven and take out the wire harness. Then you got to maneuver it around and put it on there. And you got to keep in time. You got to keep the line moving. Keep the line moving, baby. Don't stop the line. Let's do this. Okay? So, while all that's going down, an incident occurred. And now I have to swap out and work over there on that line, on that job. So, this past week, I trained on that job. Now, everybody was like, hey, man, you know, other people learned how to do it. It's fine. You can take care of it. You can do it. Come on, Charlie, you can do it. Now, for some strange reason, people have faith in me. Why? I don't know. But apparently people are like, come on, you can do it, baby. You can do it. And after I get over the fact that they call me a baby, I'm like, hey, stop. I don't want to do it. I don't want to. I want to suck at jobs. I want to just suck at them. I want to be so bad that people are like, nah, man, we want to put him on that job. He sucks. He just horrible. He's terrible. That's what I want. I want people to say I'm terrible, but they don't. I wish I sucked. Like, I need to become a sucky employee. Anyway, so after all this happens, I go down there and I train with one of the MVPs on the job. I'm gonna give a shout out to the MVPs right now. Okay, first off, I'm gonna give a shout out to old man John. He's the original. He's the OG over there. Like, John is so good at this job. He works it, and then he don't just walk away from the part after he does it. He kind of like saunters away, like, yeah, made that car my baby. And just walks away. I was like, all right, cool, whatever. And I used to watch him do that. Now I'm like, how the hell did he learn? What is that? Also, so I took a little bit of his skills, okay? And then there's another guy named Big Josh. Call him BJ. Okay, they call him BJ, but I don't like calling him BJ, but they call him BJ because, you know, like BJ, like what it stands for, and I don't want to call him. I'm not gonna call him that. I'm gonna call him Big Josh. Real simple. So Big Josh, I took a little bit of what he said and knocked it out. Okay? So I combined the OG. I combined Big Josh. I'm not gonna say that word. Big Josh. And then Justin comes over, and Justin's like, hey, this is how I do it if you want to learn. I said, hey, by all means, Mr. Wise, show me. So he was like, hey, why don't you just lay it flat like a bed? And I was like, all right, I got you. So if you lay this down flat like a bed, and you take the wire lays on top of it. I'm like, all right. Then you grab it, and you want to work it out. And I was like, okay, show me again. He was like, you want to work it out. I'm like, all right, Justin, I got you. So it's on the shoulders, huh? Just want to work it out. He said, yeah, because you don't want your back to go out. Put it in the shoulders. So you grab the wire harness like this, lay it on the bed, then you work it out. I'm like, okay. So I took what Sexual Justin said, what Big Josh said. I'm not calling him BJ. I just did it. But what Big Josh said. And I took what John said, the OG. And I put it together. And I was like, cool. It's not that bad of a job. It's not that bad. It's not. Yep. So I just came to tell you guys it's not that bad of a job. That's all I wanted to say. So I'm going to go ahead and get out the car now. No! That job sucks! Let me explain to you about the negatives of this job and why I call it the devil. El Diablo. I call that job El Diablo. Let me tell you why. Listen to me. First of all, they got a hot heater. It's hot. It's hot outside too. And I don't know if you know this, but I'm fat. I got meat on my freaking bones, right? Listen. I can see myself in the mirror, so don't try to flatter me. I am trying to lose weight, but right now, in the condition I'm in, and my condition, my ailment is fat. That's my ailment at the time being. And I gotta reach into this thing, right? And my arms are like, you know how I looked on King of the Hill when they would take their shirts off, and then like the tone would be different than the rest of the tone on the body? Well, my tone was different because I had to reach in there, and it was all black. It was black here, chocolate here. It was dark, but chocolate. Dark, but chocolate. El Diablo. It was hot. Hot. Then I had to take them, and then you gotta try to keep up. You gotta try to keep up, right? So I'm trying to keep up. But then, for some strange reason, when they made the platform, when they changed my job, my original job, my original OJ, when they changed my OJ to what it is today, they took this little platform that we walk on and they raised it up. So if you're putting a wire harness on, the devil harness on, when you putting it on, you're standing up higher. So now since you're higher, you're leaning over more. And since you're leaning over more, it's attacking your back. It feels close. My back hurts. The top part of my ass is in pain. Listen to me when I'm saying this to you. The top part, you got your back, right? This is the back. So, back. Okay? So this is the butt. Okay? So this part right here hurts. And it goes down to here. Then my butt cheeks start hurting. My butt cheeks are sweaty and hurting. And then on top of that, since I gotta reach into the thing to grab the stuff out, and I'm moving too, then my underwear starts to stick to my body. But I'm wearing boxers, right? So they're like sticking to my legs. And do you ever try to shake off like your boxers? Your boxers get tangled up sometimes. And you try to shake them off. But when you shake them off, it's like, oh, it comes off sometimes. Sometimes you got to reach in your pocket and people look at you like, what are you doing with your pocket? And it's like, no, I'm not doing that thing. I'm trying to adjust the thing. Women don't have that problem, but us guys got this problem. Let me talk on it for a second, because I know some guys watching right now. So just listen to what I'm trying to say. So you put your hands in your pocket and you move it, like adjust yourself a little bit. But I got this trick, right, where I put both my hands in my pockets, right, and then I take a long lunge step, right, and it just opens it up, right. So what I do is I kind of like grab my underwear on the side and pull as my leg comes out to lunge, and that's what like helps everything get back in place where it should be. But when I'm hot over there, everything is sticky. It's all sticky to my body, and it's like it's hugging my thighs and stuff like that. And I don't know if you know this, but I have an ailment. It's called fat. My ailment, right? So due to my ailment, and it's sticking to my body, and I can't do anything about like it while I'm working and stuff, and I'm all sweaty, and then it's sweat from the forehead. And that's normal sweat. It's sweat you can deal with. But then when you got the armpit sweat going on, then on top of that, you get the little wet mark under the armpit. Oh, hell no. Then you get it on both sides, right? But then, like, let's say you go to sweat, but then you don't want to touch your face because you got gloves on and you're touching all these parts, right? Then you, like, take this part and you wipe it on your forehead because you don't want sweat all in your eyeballs, right? So, and then on top of that, you take your glasses off and you try to clean your glasses. Now you got sweat under here, like a spot here, then you got sweat here, then also you got sweat down here from wiping off your glasses. Your glasses are all getting fogged up, and then you start to sound like Darth Vader because you're trying your best to hold not your breath, but your best to keep your breath in and like keep the breath like flowing properly, but you can't because you're all hot from the El Diablo wire that's all over the damn place. And then on top of that, your underwear is sticking to you and it's hugging you, right? It's not like hugging you like caressing hugging, like I love you hugging. No, it's hugging you like, hey, where my money at? I want my money, you son of a gun. You give me my money. I want my money. I ain't playing. I want my money. And it's hugging you. And I says, I want my money. That's how your pants, or like, not your pants, but your boxes are like grabbing on you. But Lord, if you wear tighty whities over there, I can't imagine the pain that you're in. Because I bet you, your underwear are shrinking. Your tighty whities start to shrink from the sweat. And the sweat is just getting all in there, and all that cotton is all sweated up, and it's like grabbing you. And instead of just like grabbing you in a nice way, like, hey, how you doing? Caress you. I like you. You my friend. No, it's like, What is this? What is this? Is this your testicles? Look at this. What is this? Does it hurt? Does it hurt? And now you're sweating all over the place. Then you look at the clock. You look at the clock and realize only 5 minutes went by. You're like, oh my God, I can't do this. And you start panicking. Then all of a sudden, somebody come over and like, hey, I think you might be in the hole. And they help you out a little bit. And you're like, cool, I'm good. Then you go to the next one. And then what happens? You hear a voice. You hear a voice that say, what's up, bitch? And then when you look, you realize it's a right-hand drive. The right-hand drive, let me tell you about the right-hand drives, okay? So, there's not that many of the right-hand drives. So, the other ones you can practice on and get your speed up. Got speed. I'm good. Here we go, I'm good. But then, the goddamn right-hand drive comes out of nowhere. And it doesn't just pop up, right? No, it's quiet. It's quiet inside there. It's quiet over here, right? So you grab it and you thinking like, hey, it's just like all the rest of them. But then you look down and it's like, oh, that's a K. Because you got to look to see and match the wire harnesses up with the right part. And you're like, yeah. Then you look at it like, oh, that's a K. Then you look down and you realize that, oh my God, the glove box is on the other end. This is right-hand drive. Then when you look at it, it looks at you. It looks at you. They're talking. They talk. It looks at you straight in your eye and it says, bring that ass here, bitch. And you're like, oh no. By the time you go, oh no, it's already too late. Now you all the way down 3 jobs away from the job that you're supposed to be in while you on the assembly line, and people are looking at you like, what happened? Didn't we just help you? I said, I got a right-hand drive. And they're like, yeah, we don't get that many of those, so you really can't practice. And then you hear laughing. And the laughing that you hear is not other people. No. Because everybody else has sympathy for you. Everybody else, apparently, there are people in there with sympathy and empathy. Okay, there are. And they're like, man, yeah, I worked that job, so I understand. And they're helping me. People on that job, they're helpful. When you get to that wire harness job, I'm going to help you. If you're a nice person. If you're a shitty person and you on that wire harness job, then Lord have mercy on your soul. Apparently, I'm not a shitty person. Thank you so much. So not only is the person next to me helping me, the persons on the other side, they help me too. Then the team leaders come over and they help me. All right, a team leader is a person that's supposed to lead the team. And while leading the team, they help out. Like if you got to go to the bathroom, you pull your cord, they help you go to your bathroom. And you go ahead and go to the bathroom. You come back from the bathroom, they're working your job. And they actually it's a way to help you get out of the hole. Sometimes it's also a way for you to just take a break and go take a breather. And there's a lot of people that actually misuse their breaks. I mean, they're not really supposed to misuse their breaks. But what I'm saying is they're team leaders. They're supposed to lead the team to make sure the line does not stop and fix other repairs. So if you see something that's messed up, you're supposed to let your team leaders know. And the team leaders that we have are actually doing a very good job with what they're doing with their work. Anyway, back to the scheduled program. The job sucks. It sucks. That is, had to get all off my chest. All in all, I only have to do it probably like if we do like if we work like 8-hour shift, I only have to do it one time. If we work a 10-hour shift, then I gotta do it twice. That's pretty much it. Because it's a 3-way rotation. Yeah. So far, I've done it twice on my own, and I think I did pretty good. I mean, the job is still the devil, still El Diablo. No getting around that at all. But the thing that gets me though is why wasn't that job rotating originally? I guess it's kind of like that Tootsie Pop, commercial. Like, Mr. Owl, how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? And then Mr. Owl goes, a 1, a 2, crunch, a 3, and he bites it. It's kind of like that. If you can pick up what I'm putting down, around the town, Kharlie Brown, ta-ta. That job sucks.